Welcome to Nightcap Yoga. If it's Tuesday, it must be nightcap. So I'm going to start, suggestion for you, to start with your pillow horizontally across your mat, and then take your hips and guide them to the edge of the pillow, and then take yourself down over your pillow so that your shoulders are on the other edge, and then just open up your arms wide, let your palms face up, and take a moment to settle in. You might just take your legs a little wider, or if your back is bothering you, bend your knees just to give yourself a little bit of a good place to start. So you're starting gently, and then you can always extend your legs out. And then once you settle in, wiggle around, just of course make sure you have enough space around you, and let your eyes close. And we'll settle into this first pose here, welcoming this evening, finding some peace and calm after the storms. So just begin by noticing what you bring to your mat, what you bring to this evening. And notice your natural breath without changing anything. And soften your face, swallow in your throat. See what you can do to really settle into this pose. Starting right out with a heart opener, a little bit of a back bend. See if you can just surrender to this pose. And then as you do, begin to notice all the things, all the sensations and sensory experiences in your world this evening. Sounds, temperature of the air on your skin, any aromas. The kids are making Maryland crab soup tonight, so I have this really nice aroma of soup in the Instapot. Notice the light that's filtering through your eyelids. And then notice your entire body on this mat being supported here this evening as we begin our practice. And then in beginning to soften the belly and inviting in a deeper breath, fill up that belly, fill it up like a balloon. Bring the air all the way up to the upper lungs. Pause there. And then just expel the air slowly in whatever way feels more natural to you, through the mouth or the nose. And again, filling up with breath. Maybe gently closing your lips and taking that exhale through the nose, slowly pausing as you feel that sensation of all the air leaving the body. And then again, bringing that air back in through the nostrils, maybe feeling that sensation of coolness as the breath enters the body, filling up completely. Pausing to feel that sensation of fullness. And then exhaling slowly, letting all the air release, and pausing there at the bottom of that exhalation. Good, keep moving, slowing down your breath as slow as you can, and just keep your awareness on that breath. And just explore the sensation of breathing on this Tuesday August 4th, 2020. Breathing slow and easy. Filling up. And then letting go. Just letting your breath slow down as though you had nothing better to do but breathe deeply and fully. Because really, what have we got better to do? This is a prayer from St.Teresa of Avila. She is a fierce feminist, 16th century mystic, and I love her. So I'll start the practice with this prayer. After all these storms, let nothing disturb you. Let nothing make you afraid. All things are passing. God alone never changes. Patience gains all things. If you have God, you will want for nothing. God alone suffices. We'll take another breath in. And as you exhale, just bend one leg and roll over to one side and just take that pillow off to the side or somewhere where it's not a hindrance, and just come all the way down to your mat and just notice how that shape in your body has affected you. So you might feel a little more of a C curve in that cervical spine. You might have more of a natural curve and it might feel really good. And just take some circles of your ankles. Keep your eyes closed here. We'll start really gently this evening. What difference does it make, right? Go the other direction with your ankles. And then bend both knees. Bring your feet up towards your hips. Plant your feet with your knees about hip width apart. And then take your hands to either side. Just snuggle the shoulders underneath you. And as you inhale, we'll lift the hips up, coming into just a gentle bridge pose. And as you exhale, slowly lower back down, just keeping the shoulders on the mat, feet pressing into the floor. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, slowly lower down. We'll just add to our back bend here, moving with the breath, inhaling, lifting, and exhaling, lowering down. Good. And then as you're ready, we're going to lift the arms overhead as we lift our hips, okay? So when you're ready, inhale, lift your hips, lift your arms way overhead, keep your gaze up toward the ceiling. And then exhale, lower your hips back down, lower your hands back down. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now we'll just add on to that. We'll take one lift, inhale, and one lower, exhale. And then inhale your knees into your chest and take a circle toward the right. Take your feet back down. We'll take that again. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, lower. Inhale, draw your knees in, and exhale, circle to the left. Lower the feet down. We'll take 2 more, moving with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Moving with your breath, just taking it as slow and easy as you are ready this evening. Why do I keep saying that? Oh my goodness. Doesn't matter. Good. Good. Find stillness. Let's take one more and go the other direction because I think I messed up my direction. Good. Lower. Take it to the other direction, circling it around. And then lower your feet to the floor. And just lift and spread your toes. And then lower your toes and lift your heels. Again, lifting those toes and then lifting your heels. Just getting the feet nice and stretched. One more. Good. And then send your legs out long. Reach your arms overhead. Take a nice full body stretch. Big breath in, and as you exhale, draw your hands in towards your knees and just rock and roll from side to side. Good. And then bring your knees back to center. Start to make some small rocks forward and back, massaging out the spine. And if this is really fun, maybe you go all the way back and your legs go overhead. Or maybe you come up to a comfortable seat and join me in crissy-cross applesauce. Take something, tuck it under your hips if you like to lift your hips, maybe your pillow, maybe your block, maybe your blanket. And then have a seat here. We're going to take some pranayama tonight because it's really good for finding that peace, especially after stormy times. So let's just start with a few shoulder rolls to get set up. So just take some inhalations, draw your shoulders up, and some exhalations, drawing your shoulders back. Just noticing how the shoulders feel. I like to only roll backwards because I'm always coming forward in my life, sitting at the computer, at the desk, driving. So if you like to roll your shoulders forward, certainly go for it. And then sit up nice and tall, tuck your chin. Find some length by drawing the crown of the head up and making your chin sort of parallelish with the floor. Maybe smile. And then we're going to take alternate nostril breathing. We're going to practice a little pranayama before we get a little more movement. And so we're going to use probably, if you like, your fourth finger and your thumb. And we're going to take just a normal natural breath, filling up, and then exhaling completely. And on your next breath, as you breathe in, we'll take the thumb and close off the right nostril, and we'll exhale through the left nostril. Good. And then inhale through the left nostril, and take your fourth finger, plug that, release the thumb off the right nostril, and exhale through the right. And just let your eyes close as you're ready. Inhale right, close, and exhale left. Inhale left, close, and exhale right. Take your time. Inhale right, exhale left, making sure you get that full breath in. Inhale left, exhale right. Good. Inhale right. Exhale left. We're about halfway through. Settle in. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. And exhale left. Let your hands rest on your legs or in your lap. Keep your eyes closed and just notice. Breathing normally. Just feel what you feel. Noticing the benefits of this pranayama practice. Integrates right and left hemispheres. Just brings our lungs back to balance. And feels so darn good. When you're ready, blink your eyes open. Take your arms out wide. Inhale. Reach up, look up, take your palms together, draw them down to your heart, coming into Anjali Mudra, prayer pose, and create an intention for this practice. What is your heart's desire this evening for yourself, for someone else, for the world? Breathe that in, and then send some love out into the world. Take your arms up and reach it up, and then draw your hands to your heart, chin to your chest. Inhale, reaching up again, looking up, getting long, and exhale, chin to chest, hands to heart. And leave your chin on your chest, let your hands release to your legs, and just take some gentle half circles with your neck, rotating your chin from shoulder to chest to shoulder. And just notice how much mobility you have in your neck this evening. And then take a pause, come up to center, bring your chin parallel with the earth again, and take both your hands and just give your earlobes a little massage here, getting into all that fascia in your ears. Maybe even take your fingers and let them massage the insides of the ears. Really dig in there. See how much you can release of that fascia in the ears. Really dig it in. Don't worry if you get a little wax, no worries. And then release that and take your chin back to your chest. Take those half circles and notice. Maybe some crunchies have gone. Maybe you have a little more mobility. Maybe you're ready to take some big circles, drawing some circles in front of you with your nose. So when you release the fascia in one part of the body, sends a signal, hey, it's okay to relax, it's okay. And other parts of the body, including the neck, get a little more mobile. So take your circles in the other direction if this is feeling really good. Keep your breath nice and slow and smooth. Good. And then we'll make this our last circle. Bring yourself back to your nice tall posture and take your left arm, wrap it around, find that right ear, and just draw your left ear down to your left shoulder. Oh, I always have to think when I mirror. Let your eyes close and just breathe here. Maybe take your right fingertips to the mat, maybe walk them out. Just get some length in that right shoulder. Big breath in, big breath out. Let's take one more because we can. Because we've got nothing else to do here, right? Just let it go. And slowly release. Bring that chin back up to center. Take some shoulder rolls. Good. And then we'll take the opposite side. So take your right hand, bring it on around and reach for that left ear. Take your left fingertips, reach them on down to the mat and get that stretch in that left shoulder. Drawing that right ear down to right shoulder. Breathing here, deep breaths. Letting go of any tension in the neck and the shoulders. Good. We'll take one more breath in. And exhale it out, release. Come back up to center, shake it out. I'll do this because I need practice. Shake your right hand right and left. Shake your left hand up and down. This is good. You should do this with kids in your life. They're much better at it than adults. All right, take your left hand, left and right. Take your right hand up and down. I always do this with the seniors that I teach. And we always have a good laugh. So anyway, reach your arms up and look up. Find length in the body. Really reach your fingertips up to the sky, and then take your left hand over to the left and lean. Lean. Try to keep that right hip down on the mat. Maybe look under that arm, finding length in the side body. Good. Take another breath in. Exhale. Release, and we'll go to the other side. Reaching up and over, looking underneath that arm, taking a little stretch of the neck. Breathe in, making space in that side body. Exhale it out. Good. And then we'll come up to center, and then we'll take any props underneath you out of the way, set them aside, and then come up to tabletop. Let's just take some gentle hip circles going in one direction first without getting dizzy. Just checking in with those hips. Good. And then switch directions. Breathing slow and deep. Good. Nice. And come up to tabletop. We'll take a few cat-cows because they're just really the cat's pajamas. Let's just all admit it. Cat and cow. We love those animals. So drop your belly, lift your head, lift your tailbone. Inhale. And then exhale, round. We'll move the spine forward and back, getting all the kinks out. Moving with our breath, matching that breath to movement. Good. Really listening for that breath as you press the mat away with your fingers spread nice and wide, supporting your shoulders. Good. And come to stillness. Good. So let's take that right leg long. Just press those right toes into the mat and just stretch back with that right leg. Maybe pressing that right heel back. Good. And then bend that right knee, and we'll just take some hip circles with our right knee. Just taking them, circling them over to the right, and then switching directions. It's kind of warming up the hips. Good. And then we'll lower down with that right knee. And just take your left hip circle. Just notice if one has a little more ease. Just noticing, not judging. Take it in both directions. Good. And then slowly lower that left knee down. Take your knees wide as you can. Just take them to each side of the mat. Sink your hips back. We'll come into child's pose, extended child's pose. So let your forehead come down to the mat. Release your arms as far forward as you can, lifting your elbows so you get that stretch in the shoulders. And just draw your belly toward the floor. And breathe here. Nice big breath in. Drawing your shoulders back into the sockets. Exhale it out. Good. One more breath here. And then lift your head. Walk your hands over to the right. Maybe even take that left hand, place it lovingly atop the right. And just lower down here, taking that stretch on the side body. Take that left hip back toward that left heel. Breathe. Good. Big full breaths in. Nice long slow breaths out. You know the drill. And as you're ready, lift your way up and walk your hands over to the left. Maybe the right hand pauses and rests atop the left hand. And breathe here, lowering your head, lowering that right hip back toward that right ankle. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. One more breath in. Exhale it out. And then we'll make our way back to center and just lower back into child's pose. This time, just kind of surrender. Let your palms face up this time. And then draw your hands back. And let your elbows come wide. And just place your hands right back behind your head, making a little nest. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good. Take one more breath in. And as you exhale, release your hands. Rise on up. Take your hands a little farther forward than they were in tabletop pose. And tuck your toes. Go ahead and lift your knees just a couple inches off your mat. Start to engage some of the strong shoulders, those quadricep muscles, and the abs. And then gently lift your hips. Come into that inverted V, our favorite downward facing dog. And then walk out that dog. Walk it out. I miss my dog. Sophie went for a walk. Walk it out, bending one knee, maybe even taking the hips from side to side. Good. And then find stillness here. Let your gaze be back towards your knees and draw your heels toward the floor. Maybe lift your hips a little bit higher. Feel this awesome stretch for the spine. Relax the head, shaking it yes and no. Good. Big breath in. Nice long breath out. And then we're just going to walk our hands back to our feet and come into our first forward fold here. So decide if you want to come into ragdoll pose or just let your hands dangle and have a generous bend in your knees, keeping your lower back nice and comfy. Maybe rock from side to side. Good. Maybe shake your head yes and no here. And then find stillness here. Take a full breath in this pose where our head is below our heart. So good. Really good for us. Big breath in. And as you exhale, just bend your knees, release your arms, and root to rise, reaching all the way up to the sky, looking up, taking just a gentle back bend here, finding length. And then take your left hand down to your left side. Keep your right arm up there. Just lean over to the left. Good. Inhale, reaching that left arm up, and exhale, take your side bend over to the right. Right arm releases. Good. Inhale, reaching up. We'll take two more. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, reach up. And exhale to the other side. Just move with your own breath, just finding the swaying motion. Today the trees were swaying, and it's so nice to see them so still after the storm. On your next inhale, lift your fingertips toward the sky, root your feet into the ground, take your palms to touch, and then draw them right down into your heart center. Good. And we'll pause here in mountain pose. So let your eyes close. Release your hands so the palms are facing forward. So your shoulders are really open, your chest is expansive, and your feet are firmly rooted. Imagine you're growing roots into the ground. Really rooted. Feeling that equal pressure of both feet, both sides of the body pressing equally into the earth. Finding that stability. Stability of mountain pose, Tadasana. Good. And when you're ready, blink your eyes open. Inhale, reach up, look up, lean back, look up at your thumbs, and then exhale, forward fold. Find the earth, and then walk yourself into your down dog. Find your down dog here. Good. Breathe in, breathe out, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Root to rise. We'll reach up. We'll take one side bend, this time reaching for your wrist with your left hand, reaching for that right wrist. Inhale back to center, and side bend left. To the right, sorry. Inhale, reach up, look up, lean back, and exhale, forward fold. Walk those hands forward, coming into your down dog, pressing your heels back. Good. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, walk your hands back, root to rise, and find mountain pose. Good job. Beautiful. So from here in mountain pose, we're going to take a little flow. Inhale, reach up, exhale, fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, fold. And then take your walk. This time, instead of coming into down dog, we're going to come into plank pose. And then lower your knees or rock forward and lower all the way down to the earth. You can release your forehead to the earth and take your hands right outside your shoulders. Draw your elbows in and inhale, rising up to cobra. Little baby cobra to start. Exhale, lower down. Good. Take two more. Inhale, lifting up cobra, maybe a little bit taller, maybe straightening your arms, whatever you're ready for. Exhale to lower down. Inhale, we're going to lift up, coming all the way back to our downward facing dog, and then walk your hands back to your feet. Root to rise as you inhale, reaching up, looking up, maybe taking a little back bend, and then exhale down to mountain pose. Good. All right, let's take it a little further. Let's go further. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Walk your hands forward, coming into that plank, and then decide how you're going to lower down. Knees first, or rock forward, and come through your Chaturanga. Take your elbows. Inhale into your cobra, and exhale, lower. We'll inhale again, coming up maybe to upward facing dog this time. Why not? And exhale, lower. Inhale, rising up, upward facing dog, and exhale to your down dog. And we'll take 3 breaths here. Now, I have my blanket on my mat. I think I need a little more stickiness. So I'm going to go ahead and move my blanket. We won't be on our knees too much for a while. So breathe here. One more breath, or 2 if you've only done 1. Make it to your 3rd breath, and then we'll meet with our right leg lifted high. Good. Take some ankle circles, and then open up. Open up that hip. Dog on a fire hydrant. Maybe take a circle or 2. Keep pressing that left heel down. And then inhale as you release that leg long again. Look forward. And then draw that knee in towards your chest. Step forward. Big step forward. Rise up. We'll find a crescent lunge here. Reaching your arms up to frame your ears. Fingertips reaching toward the ceiling or the sky, wherever you are. Drawing your pinkies toward one another and drawing those shoulders down. Down on the back. Good. Nice big breath in. And then bring your hands down to heart center. Good. Lean forward and take your arms back as though you are flying. Good. Just feel that sensation so much so that you feel like you could just take off like a bird. In fact, today we were watching the birds try to fly in the storm. It was really sad. We were kind of worried about them. And then think about flying, but don't fly yet. Just take your hands down to frame this right foot and take your right arm up and twist. Good job. As you exhale, right hand comes down, left foot comes back through plank, and we'll take another Chaturanga. So you can take your knees down or rock forward, coming through, lowering the tops of the feet, drawing your elbows into your sides, and inhale, come up through your heart opener, cobra or up dog, and exhale into down dog. Finding that down dog, we're just warming up a little bit. Big breath in, exhale it out. And then inhale that left foot high to the sky, making that long, that length, finding the length in this left leg, keeping pressing that right heel toward the floor. And as you're ready, draw that left knee in toward your chest, look forward, and take a big giant step, rising up into Crescent Lunge here. Good job. Nice big breath. Feeling that stretch in the right hip flexor, left knee over left ankle. And as you're ready, take those arms back, lean forward, shoulders drawing back as though you're flying. Good job. One more breath in, and as you're ready, take your hands to frame the foot. Right hand stays on the inside of that left foot. Left arm reaches up, finding your twist on this side. Good. Nice big breath in, and exhale that left hand down. Take that left foot back to meet the right. We'll come through Chaturanga, lowering all the way down. Inhale through your back bend, and exhale downward facing dog. Good job. Walk it out. Take a couple breaths here. Settle in. Just notice how you feel. Try to keep a nice long breath. As you soften your face, maybe smile. And when you're ready, inhale that right leg up to the sky. Take your dog on a fire hydrant. Good. And then release it back long. Draw that knee into your chest, and then step it gently forward, rising up, finding crescent again. Nice big crescent, reaching up, steadying yourself. If you feel like you're wobbling, that's okay, so am I. Draw your shoulders back and down. And when you're ready, take your arms back, lean forward as though you're flying, and take your weight into your right foot, and see what you can do about lifting your left foot and come into warrior three. So hands can stay back here. They can come to heart center or reach forward. Good. Find your steady drishti. Find your gazing point somewhere down on the floor. Notice your ankle. Notice all the things. Keep your steady breath. Good. And then as you're ready, gently step that left foot back. Take that left hand down to the inside. We'll take that twist again. Big breath in. Maybe take your half bind. Open up. Good. And then gently exhale, bringing the right hand down to the right side of the right foot. Step all the way back and flow here, lowering all the way down. Inhaling to your back bend and exhale to your down dog. Take a big breath in, lift that left leg up, open it up, fire hydrant. Feel that hip getting a little more expansive, a little more amenable to hip openers. And then as you inhale, release that leg long. Draw your nose to your knee, your knees to your nose, and then slowly step forward, gently step forward. Find your graceful crescent lunge here. You got this. Big breath in. Keep yourself steady, happy, relaxed. And as you're ready, on your exhale, take your arms back. Get ready to fly. Draw your chest forward, your arms back, squeezing those shoulder blades together. Take your weight into your left foot. You can just come up to that right toe and lean forward, bringing most of your weight to that left leg. Maybe you straighten that leg. Maybe hands come to heart center, airplane, or forward. Warrior 3. Good job. Keep your breath steady. Keep your mind calm. And keep your heart open for whatever comes next. And when you're ready, draw your hands to your heart. Step that right foot back, coming through that lunge. And then take your hands down to frame the foot. Go ahead and twist to your heart's content. Nice big breath in. And then exhale. Take your left hand to the floor. Take your left foot back. And we'll ride that wave, slowly lowering down. Inhaling, finding our back bend of choice. And exhaling, coming over those toes, rising back up, downward facing dog. Excellent job. Breathe here, catch your breath. Let your nervous system calm down. We started flying right away. Good job, brave yogis. Awesome. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, lift that right leg again, open it up. Dog on a fire hydrant. There's no other better name for this pose. Opening that hip, good. And then we're going to bring that knee forward again, rounding the spine. And then gently step forward, this time spinning that back foot to flat, coming into warrior 2 here. Reaching those arms out from the shoulder. Good job. Sinking into that right knee. Taking that right knee, making sure you can see that big toe. Taking that right knee over to the pinky side. Good job. Take a big breath in, reverse your warrior, leaning back. Good. And then as you exhale, come forward, sink into this right knee a little bit more. Take your right hand either to your leg or down to the floor, lifting your left arm up, coming into a side angle pose. Good. Now from side angle pose, if you'd like to flip your palm and take it back for that half bind, maybe reaching for the whole bind, you can do that. And if bird of paradise is in your practice, go for it. This is a gentle practice, so I will not encourage that tonight. But this is a really nice shoulder opener. So breathe. Hand can be here, there, or just about anywhere you feel comfortable tonight. It's your practice. Good job. On your next exhalation, take that left hand down and scoot your right foot over to the right just a little bit. If you have your pillow, you can bring it down for a soft, comfortable place to land. Lower your right knee to the floor, your right top of the foot to the floor. And then we'll come into lizard pose here. So lots of ways to do lizard. You can pile your props up so much. You can come all the way down. You can make a little tower with your hands, with your fists. And whatever you do, just breathe here. This is a little more of an intense, deep stretch. So let your face be soft. Let your breath be long. And let this lizard pose, just let your hips open up, soften. Such a yummy pose. Find the way the props work best for you. And then let your eyes close. And let your shoulders soften. And work with your breath. Now it's perfectly okay to let this right foot come to the edge and let your knee splay out if that feels good for you. You get a little bit of a different experience, or you can move your foot out a little bit if you need it. Just make sure your knees are not compromised. The stretch is in the inner thigh, the groin, and the hip. And some of the left psoas, hip flexor. We'll be here for a few more breaths. So see if you can settle in a little bit more. Good. Beautiful. On your next exhalation, just take your hands to the mat. Remove any props. Tuck your left toe. Lift your right leg up. Lift it up to the sky. Get that big stretch. And then lower it down to the mat. Downward facing dog. Good. Just relax and notice the difference between the right and left hip. Breathe in. Exhale it out. Inhale that left leg up to the sky. Open up that hip. Dog and a fire hydrant. Good. And as you exhale, release that leg back to long and step it forward. And we'll rise up warrior two on this side. Good. So spin that back foot. Line your arch in your heel of your left foot with your right arch. And send those arms out from your shoulders. Gaze out over that left arm. Nice strong warrior two here. As you inhale next time, reach up, reverse that warrior. And as you exhale, find your side angle pose. So it can be here, it can be here. You can flip, you can take that full bind if that's what you're feeling this evening, or just take a half bind. You can use your props. So many options. But we're going to definitely take the option of working with our breath here. So we'll take two more breaths as we open up that right shoulder a little bit more. Breathing in, breathing out. And on your next exhalation, just slowly unwind. Take your hands to frame that left foot. Spin that right foot so it's facing the same direction. And then walk that left foot over to the left side. Lower that right knee. And come into your lizard pose on this side. So this side might look differently than the other side. Just make it your own. So maybe you want to scrunch your pillow and make something a little more like this. Or maybe that doesn't work and you just want to take your hands down to the mat. And again, if you want to let your left foot, left leg just splay out a little bit to the side, go for it. And just find a place where you can find stillness for just a few more breaths and enjoy this pose. It might take a few breaths before you can settle in. Find some peace, some calm, even amidst storms. Yoga is always good for that, for me. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Really settle in, committing to this pose, committing to your breath, committing to your practice. You are awesome and you've got this. I have faith in you. Let's take one more full breath together. Inhale deeply. And exhale to slowly rise up, tucking that right toe. Take the left foot back to meet the right and come into downward facing dog. And breathe here. Exhale it out, maybe sigh it out your mouth. One more breath. One more exhalation. Good. And then bend your knees. Maybe you want to hop forward. Maybe you just want to walk forward. We're going to meet in a forward fold at the front of our mat. Whatever is your fancy, just find it. Find your forward fold. So your forward fold could be ragdoll again. It could be reaching for your toes and drawing your elbows out. Maybe your legs straighten a little bit more. Maybe you relax your head a little bit more than before. Maybe you soften your face, close your eyes. Breathing in, breathing out. Take one more breath here. This is really calming for the nervous system. So let's enjoy. And when you're ready, bend your knees, root to rise, reaching all the way up, looking up, letting those palms touch above your head, then draw them right down the midline. Anjali Mudra, pressing those thumbs into the heart. Anahata Chakra. I just like saying that. And then when you're ready, we'll come. You stay at the front of your mat, but I'll come here. And then bring your feet hip width. So for our balance pose tonight, I thought we'd try a little dancer. But before we do, let's just see what we're working with here tonight. So lift and spread your toes. Draw your shoulders back and down. Find a definite mountain pose that works for you. So imagine your feet rooting into the earth, just committing to this mountain pose. And then take your weight over to your left leg. And you don't even have to lift your right leg off the floor. You can feel just maybe kind of lift it up into the socket, maybe lift it up about an inch. And if this is fine, you can pause here, bringing your hands to heart center. If you would like to take the quadricep stretch just as a prelude to our dancer pose, see if you can reach for that ankle with your right hand, reach your left arm up and overhead. Find your drishti, find something that is not moving. Find that gazing point, that steady gazing point. Breathing in, breathing out. For Teresa of Avila, that gazing point was God. That steady, dependable presence. She was a fierce mystic. When you're ready, release your right foot down, shake that out. Let's go to the other side without any fanfare. Lift and spread your toes. Bring your toes down to support you, and then bring your weight over to your right leg, and just go ahead and lift that left leg up. Keep it straight. Just kind of draw it up into that hip socket. Good. You can stay here, or you can bend your knee, reach for the ankle, and draw that left knee in to meet the right. Finding that quadricep stretch. Reaching your right arm up. Maybe drawing that heel a little closer to your glutes. Getting a nice stretch of the quads. Breathing in, steady gaze. Breathing out, peaceful countenance. And on your next exhalation, woo, good job, shake it out. Awesome. Okay, so dancer pose is a little more intense balance pose. Let's take our weight to our left leg. And we'll just start again by bending that knee. Take your right arm out to the side, palms face up, and see if you can take a hold of that right ankle from the inside, or the right foot from the inside. And then go ahead, we'll reach that left arm up. And this is fine, this is a great place to stay. Find your drishti first though, if you'd like to come into full dancer pose. We're going to press the foot into the hand, holding on to that hand, and just lean forward, sending that foot up toward the sky, looking at your drishti, finding that dancer pose. I haven't done this in a while, so who knows what's going to happen. Keep your drishti though. Nice, soft face, smooth breath goes a long way, right? Maybe you lift up a little bit more with that foot, keeping that knee drawing inward, opening that shoulder. One more breath in. And then, wow, that worked. Shake it out. Good job. All right, we are dancers. If I could play music on YouTube, I'd play To a Dancer or For a Dancer. To a Dancer, Jackson Browne. Somebody type in the title of that song. I love that song. So when you're ready, go ahead, bend your knee, weight goes in the right foot, reach for the inside of that ankle. If that just is not going to work for you, you can always take the outside of the ankle. Just take the inside of the ankle, though, to draw your shoulder back, and then reach that right arm up. Kick into that hand and lean forward. Right leg stays straight. Find your drishti, all the things. Steady breath. Breathing in. Peace. Breathing out. Maybe kick a little bit more. Steady gaze. Good. Maybe lift up a little bit higher. Kick that foot into the hand. You got this, dancer. And then slowly come out gracefully, because that's what dancers do. And shake your hips out. Excellent job. Excellent. Good job. Let's come to the front of our mats and congratulate ourselves. Give yourself a big hug, a nice pat on the back. Go the other way. You are awesome. And then reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Find your last forward fold of the evening. Inhale to that half table. And exhale, take your hands down to the mat. Take your right foot back, take your left foot back. Lower your knees, and then lower your whole self all the way down to the mat. Make a pillow and turn your head to one side. Rock out your hips. Feel yourself supported by the earth. Feel all the body parts that are pressing into the earth. You've done such a good job. Breathing in, breathing out. And then as you're ready, take your forehead to the floor, and then take your hands back behind you on either side. We're going to come into a locust pose for our first official back bend. We've done a lot of back bending, but this will be a little bit more. I think we're prepared. We're ready. So when you're ready, lift your head and shoulders and your feet and fly here, reaching your arms back, lifting up, squeezing your glutes, pointing your toes, breathing slowly and easily, drawing your shoulders back, squeezing those shoulder blades together. One more breath in. And then exhale as you slowly release. Release those hips. Let your hands come back. Make a pillow. Turn your head to the opposite side. Sophie, shake it out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Good job. Take one more breath in. You know where we're headed. We're headed to Asana Bow Pose. So bring your forehead to the mat. Bend your knees. Take your hands back towards your ankles. Flex those feet. Draw your shoulders back toward one another, squeezing those shoulder blades. And when you're ready, lift up. Pressing your feet toward the ceiling, squeezing your shoulder blades. Soft gaze, soft face. Deep breaths. Let's take 3. Maybe lift a little bit higher. So good for the posture. So strong. Nice. And then slowly lower everything down. Take your hands to your shoulders. As our counter pose, we're going to come into rabbit pose. So take your knees right under your hips. Bring your head, the crown of the head, to the floor. tuck your toes, maybe scoot your knees in a little bit more, and reach for the sides of your feet. And then take your back and gently, as you are able, draw your belly into your spine and take your back up toward the ceiling. Being gentle with your neck, so don't press too much weight into the head. Just let your breath come slow and easy. Just to counter that back bend. Good. One more breath in. And another breath out. And as you're ready, slowly press yourself up, come to a seat, and extend your legs long. Good. How are you guys doing? Yay? Good. I'm assuming you all gave me thumbs up. So we're going to come into a forward fold. So if you'd like to support yourself with a prop, pillows, you can bring your legs wide and put a pillow there. You can do just about anything you want. But play with this. See how it feels first. We're going to inhale, reach our arms high, and exhale, come forward. Reaching for the feet, the ankles, or just letting your arms relax on the floor. And then just let this happen organically, like just let your back unwind, finding the forward fold that works for you. Maybe you will come back up and reach up and lengthen out on your inhale and then refold. Once you find a place where you can stay, just soften, close your eyes, and allow yourself to be here. Be here with your breath. Find that place, that steady place where you can let go. Be here with your breath and your body. The mind might tell you there's somewhere else you need to be, but see if you can gently encourage it back to the focus on your breath and your body. This is so good for the whole system. So allow that backside where the lungs fill up. See if you can fill up all around 360 degrees, front, back, sides of the lungs, fill up completely. Filling up the tops of the lungs and the back of the body. Just feel that sensation of expansion. And then slowly, let your exhalation come slowly. Let your chin bow to your chest. Few more breaths here. See if you can commit. Deep, long breaths. So good for you. Good for the lungs, and the nervous system. Amazing. On your next exhalation, wait for it, and then slowly peel yourself back up. We'll just take that left foot, cross it over the right, just leave that right foot where it is, and take a gentle twist, taking that left hand to the back of you, and breathing long and slow. Maybe taking that gaze over that left shoulder. One more breath in, and then slowly unwind. We'll switch sides, equal time. Give yourself a big hug with that left arm. Take your right arm behind you. We have such a pretty sunset happening here. The air is so clean after that storm. Everything's green after the rain. One more breath in, and then slowly unwind. Lengthen your legs out. Have your props close by, and then just lower yourself down. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself those circles to work out any leftover places that could use a massage on that lower back. Go the other direction. Good. And then lower your feet to the floor. Press into your feet and just take your hips a couple inches over to the right, and then hug your knees, and again take them over to the left. Take your twist. Maybe open up your right arm, turn your gaze toward that right arm. Close your eyes and breathe here. Full breath. Notice if you're holding any tension. Really be observant. Check the jaw, check the cheeks and the brow. Even let go of any activity, like if your left hand is holding on to that right leg, see if you can soften, just kind of let it rest there. No work. Just let this happen on its own. Deep breaths in. Long, slow exhalations. Excellent work. And just take that left hand and gently lift your legs back up to center. Let everything come back to center. Place your feet on the floor. And then lift your hips up, bump them over to the right, hug your knees in, and drop them over to the other side. Wait a minute. Sorry, wrong side. Bump them to the left and drop them over to the other side, toward the right. I knew that felt funny. And take your gaze over to your left, extending that left arm out. Breathing here. Softening where you can, releasing any tension. Only ease, no real effort here, just letting this be. Whatever the hips are doing, just let it be. We've worked them hard tonight. We've done our best. Yoga is a progressive practice. Things get easier over time. We'll take another breath in. And then we'll slowly bring our knees back up to center. Bring your spine back to neutral and hug your knees in. We'll end our practice with a happy baby because that is just so fun. So take your knees towards your shoulders, feet reaching up toward the sky, the bottoms of the feet, and then reach for the outsides of those feet. Take a big breath in, maybe rock from side to side a little bit because that's what babies do. Maybe smile a little bit because that's what they always do when they're in this pose, it seems like. I have the cutest stock photo of a baby and happy baby. It's so cute. I have to post it again. I haven't posted it in a while. Let your eyes close and draw your knees in toward your shoulders. Draw those shoulders down toward the mat. Really let this pose be the final pose of the evening before we bring ourselves into our resting shape. Take another big breath in. Enjoy the exhale, and then slowly release your legs and reach for any props that might support you in this. And if you have a wall nearby that you'd like to reach your legs up, please go for it. But prop yourself up. Maybe take a blanket under your neck or over you. It's also really nice, let me tell you. If you're cold, cover up. But it's also really nice to fold your blanket up and just place it over your belly, or fold it up in a little neck support. And then take your shoulders, snuggle them underneath you, let your arms reach out wide, palms face up. Yeah, you've done great work tonight. Let this Shavasana be your reward. Settle in. So nothing left to do here, but just be. Just let go. In your own mind, take a scan of your body from top to bottom, and then all the way back up from toes to crown. And just encourage every little part to relax. Deep relaxation here. Again from St. Teresa of Avila. May today there be peace within. May you trust God that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith. May you use those gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content knowing you are a child of God. Let this presence settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, dance, praise, and love. It is there for each and every one of us. As you're ready, begin to deepen the breath and bring small movements to your fingers and your toes, maybe circling out the ankles and the wrists. And when you're ready, if you're ready, stay where you are if this is your happy place for a while longer. But if you'd like to join me in a seat, come back up, crisscross applesauce, and let yourself find that meditative posture. So nice, tall, open chest, chin parallel with the earth, crown of the head reaching toward the heavens. Let the eyes close. Take a full breath here. Settle into your seat. Just notice how you feel. When you're ready, draw your hands to heart center. Reach them up to the sky, reaching up for all the goodness. And then draw those hands right down the midline of the body into the heart. Allow the chin to bow to the heart. A gesture of the head, giving reverence to the heart. Such an important part of St. Teresa's ministry was showing people the importance of the feminine spirituality. And we all have it, no matter what type of body we are born into. It's showing us that it's okay to lead sometimes with the heart. Good. Thank you so much for showing up for Nightcap Yoga. It's so fun to have this company on Tuesday nights and then to share the video with everyone else afterwards. So until next week, my friends, stay peaceful, stay calm, stay you. Namaste. Awesome job, guys.